Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What would you say is the problem that you're trying to solve?
Imagine that you're a solopreneur or solo founder and you have a lot of touch points for your business from your customers, but you don't have such resources like enterprise when can manage and take all of them. And I'm building AI would help you as a founder to building one workflow with communication to your clients. Doesn't matter when they come or who they come, but build it really personalized.
Nice. I love that. I feel like that's a really helpful resource for entrepreneurs. Let me get some photos of you right over here. What attracted you to the world of tech and entrepreneurship?
It's an amazing question. So first, I think it's my passion to make something great for me and after the whole world. And I started my first business in the last course of university. But in the tech business, I started in 2015, and it was a creation of augmented reality books for children. You have a physical book, scan a page, and see how a character comes to life. And when I saw how children reacted for it, I say, we need to do it.
I love that. What was Actually, I'll end with that. That was good. Okay, let me get some photos of you right over here.
Okay.
What is something that you learned from your first business?
I mean, one of the most important things that I learned that you don't need to be scared to build a global business, because we're starting our business for first visit to China, after Germany, and with my team, we visited more than 50 countries to discussion with different partners, and we didn't have a chance to imagine that it's difficult or it's impossible. We just wanted to do it and just did it. And I think this is one of the most important things, that you always should think out of box, especially if it's about borders.
I love that. Do you think that a lot of founders overthink it?
Yes, and I think it's depends from the culture and where exactly founders live, because for some countries, people love what we do just in one geography, but we also have a lot of sense when people from Europe or other countries want to build some global.
So you think it depends on where someone comes from, their perspective, or how open they are?
It's one of a really important factor, because when people satisfy their local market, like in the US, it's the number one. Who care to build a global business? Like not so many people. But if you grew up like in a small company like Portugal, yeah, you wanted to build a global business because you wanted to go outside.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. That's very true. All right, let me get some photos right over here. What would you say to someone who wants to start a business, but they're intimidated because they don't have the technical background?
I can say that it's not a problem. For example, in my education, I'm Master of Arts in Human Science, and I'm not engineer and not a programmer, but it's okay for me to run in technical company, because first, I truly believe that the tech power, when usual people don't see how it works, and you can build such product only if you're non-technical person. And the second, technical is a skill, and the skill you can learn, but you can't learn how you feel this world and how many you know about the world and people.
That's so true. Do you feel like it gives you an unfair advantage then?
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Short answer, yes.
In what ways do you think you have an advantage over someone who might be more technical minded?
Because I can look from a different angles for product, like my potential customer, like owner, like part of a team. And I also can understand how programmers and engineers see the product, because again, technical is just a skill and you can get it anytime. But what you can't get anytime, it's a skill to understand your product from a different perspective. And I think it's much more than just code something.
Yeah, it gives you also, from what I'm getting, more of a bird's eye view. You can kind of see all the components, which might make you capable of giving
I think so.
better decisions.
And every product, it's not only about to build amazing products, it's also build and understand how your users will use it, what kind of user way you will build, what is the marketing, how you can explain your user and potential customer what are you building. And it's not from the technical skills, it's about your communication skills, your common knowledge, and your understanding what people think. I mean, like, it's mostly about philosophy and psychology side. So.
I know that's very true. Nice.
Yeah.
Let me get some photos of you right over here. What advice would you give to a startup founder who wants to partner with large corporations?
It's important to get people fall in love in your product in corporates, and it makes them like internal ambassadors, and afterward every door will be open for you, and doesn't matter what big corporations you have in your pipeline. For example, in our background, we had an experience when we won a small startup for creation some books for children with augmented reality, and we bring in one table Samsung and Hasbro and Nickelodeon, and this is big corporations and brands discuss how we can work together with MyWebAR.
How did you approach them?
It was a long way. We started to work. Our first brand who believed to us was Hasbro, and I started from European office and after go to New York office, and we just created so amazing product, and we really love it, and we were so proud that we have such amazing immersive, technical or digital, innovative, whatever you call, product in their library, and it was one of the key for success. And from ours, we also got some invitation from corporates and brands to work together, because what we did was so impressive. And it was so interesting. And of course, we did a lot of work. We go for different exhibitions. We had a lot of meetings. We did a lot of work in the media and LinkedIn. But I think the main reason was not only a personal network, but also how you explain and show your product.
So it seems like you came at it from a lot of different angles.
Yes.
And one of the things is that your product itself, the quality of it was so good that they...
Yes. Because when you're building amazing products, it speaks for themselves.
Yeah. I love that. Nice. Let me get some photos right over here. What's been a mindset shift that's made a big difference in your growth?
It's a good question. So you know what? Every entrepreneur wants to build unicorn as a company, but I made a decision and I built not a company, I'm building myself as a person who can build a unicorn. And it means that every morning, for example, I wake up and ask myself 2 questions. What I need to learn now today, and what if? And it helped me to keep my mind open for someone that can bring to my life. And it also means that every challenge or every problem that we can face in our business, it's just like, I know, just amazing adventure. And if you go through it, you will get something that you didn't have yesterday.
I love that. It sounds like you've got a growth mindset.
Yeah. And yes, and I can say that if you look to a great company, you will see that the company is a reflection of founder or founders who build it. And it means that every our human character, every our passion, not just the skills, our feelings, our way of minds, and etc., find themselves in our company. And if you wanted to build a great company, you should to be a great founder.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see how the company is a reflection of the founders that are building it.
Yeah,
sure.
because people today especially love to see something human in our brands. And it's not only about like stars, ambassadors. It's about what you feel when you build your company, why you think your product will be valuable or helpful for users, how you care about your users. And again, it's not about how you build your chat support or something. It's about, are you really care what your users feel? Are you care about their emotions about your product? And I think it's was in all our companies as DNA, because we always care what kind of emotions our users will get when we will touch our product.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I can see how the users could see that care,
Yes.
even subconsciously.
But yeah, so generally we don't understand. I mean, like, it's hardly to describe, but we feel it. So, and maybe this is one of the factor why some of us like this brand and like Sinhour. We can't describe it, but we feel that it's something close to our values. And it's because the founders, the team who behind all of that have the same.
Well said. Let me get some photos of you right over here. Why does every entrepreneur need growth hacking?
Excellent question. So short answer, because it's a real magic. But the long answer is growth hacking transform the sales from sales function to engineering function. And it means that imagine that you have product, sales, marketing, customers, communications, A/B testing, and testimonials just in one role. It means that in a growth hacking, you use every action for your users to understand how you need to change your products, because it will be convert your existing users and new users to the next step, and it allows you to grow exponentially your business. Not just like using a standard sales process where honestly a lot of mess and it doesn't suit solopreneurs and founders.
Nice. And how can someone get started with that?
So the first easy way, you just need to understand and learn what is what growth hacking is. It's easy. And the second, this is why I started to build OpenWay AI. I wanted to bring growth hacking as a technology for every business, for every founders who really want to care about their business and their users, and provide them like AI-powered solution that can be more successful and more effective for just real human.
Let me get some photos right over here. What do you think is something that people who are building in AI are missing?
It's a great question. Except the company who build foundation models like OpenAI, Gemini, and Claude, I can say that a lot of startups today build something that we call like AI wrappers or something. When we use AI for solving just a small focused task, and it's maybe good for corporates or for ventures because it solves like a small specific question in a vertical industry. But for usual people and for people who today represent a really underserved segment like SMBs, creative professionals, and solo founders, solopreneurs, we wanted to use AI like real power who can provide to a business a best outcomes, not just solve some small task and the whole workflow that we have around our businesses. And I think the next step when people will understand and see and look, and this is more important, solution that they can just describe their problem and get the results.
Yeah, it seems like a more holistic way to approach it.
Maybe yes, maybe no. It sounds like I'm thinking like in I want to say like a normal person, but it's not clear. I think like usual people who just want to get result faster, and AI today allows us to provide it. And it's not like ask something and get answer. It's about real practical application when AI can use not just access for any data or any law knowledge in the world, but AI can use, analyze, and think and make a lot of works very faster than human and provide you like a solution, not just answer for your question.
Yeah. More results oriented.
Yes, more results, more outcomes, more practical application. And it's like merging different professions and different roles in one, but it's also about how to use AI using the whole power it can provide, not just because it makes something faster or something smarter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Let me get some photos right over here.
Okay.
What is something that you're proud of yourself for?
I think it's, I always get what I really want. Long answer. Yeah, what does it mean? It means if I really want, like, move to US, be entrepreneur, live in one place, have someone, meet someone, building a company, surprise my users. I don't know, like take some more interesting travel or something. My brain find a way how to get it.
That's amazing. What is it? What do you think are the components that make that possible for you?
I'm strong character. And I really believe that everything is possible. And nothing is impossible. Just in other words, it means that if you really want something, you'll find a way how you get it. And sometimes you just need to really want it, like have a hard work to want something.
Was that taught to you, or do you think that's just who you are?
I think it started my childhood when I was 5 years old, because in the 5 years old, I saw on the TV some orchestra, and I told my mom I wanted to play violin, and she was laughing because it was so trouble for me. But after maybe 4 years, maybe 5 years, I was in the first violin in the whole orchestra.
Wow.
Because it was my inspiration and I really wanted it. And never can tell me that it's impossible.
So it sounds like it dates back from your early
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah. And it make my character stronger and it makes me who I am. And I think I still have an idea and feeling that if I really want it, I will get it. And doesn't matter how.
That's amazing. I love that. Okay, let me get some photos right over here.
Okay.
What would you say is your deeper why?
I can say that one day I want to wake up and understand that millions of people in the world change their life using my product. I already did it with children. Now I wanted to do the same for entrepreneurs and founders.
What would you say inspires that for you?
So I can say that usually we can see two different types of people. One of them, the people who running and screaming, what's going on with the world? And the second type of people who just simply change the world. And I believe and I know that I am a second type.
Nice. I love that. Let me get some photos right here.
Okay.